What's going on, YouTube? You guys are watching Boxing Talk with Shaka Waka. What's going on, everybody? Yo, I have to ask the question. Can Manny Pacquiao beat Errol Spence Jr.? Now, let's speak on it. Yo, what's up, YouTube? Let's go ahead and answer the question, can Manny Pacquiao beat Errol Spence Jr.? But before I get into that, I need you guys to smash the like button. Today, the like button is Mikey Garcia, and you guys are Errol Spence Jr. Go ahead and like that motherfucker up. All right, y'all. Now, can Manny Pacquiao beat Errol Spence Jr.? The short answer is no. No. The short answer is hell no. Absolutely not. It's not happening. I commend Manny Pacquiao for actually taking this fight, though, because I've been saying ever since that day Manny Pacquiao went in the ring with Errol Spence after Errol Spence beat Mikey Garcia, I was like, hell no, Manny Pacquiao is never fight Errol Spence. You just look at Manny Pacquiao's face. He's like, I don't know about these. That's what his face looked like. So I'm like, he is never going to fight Errol Spence. Matter of fact, he's never going to fight any young guns. But he proved us wrong by actually fighting Keith Thurman and beating Keith Thurman. And I've said that Keith Thurman had no fucking business losing to Manny Pacquiao at Manny Pacquiao's age. But the fight was closer than, what media would make it, perceived. It was actually closer. Manny got the first half of the fight, and then Keith Thurman was able to, get on top of it in the second half of the fight. So it was just that knockdown that I think really shocked everybody, coming from Manny Pacquiao. But they do say with age, the power is the last thing to go. And Keith Thurman, he's not the most, capable person of taking punishment. So, it is what it is. But let's get back to it. Errol Spence is going to demolish Manny Pacquiao. I just think it's not the right time for Manny Pacquiao to be fighting a person like Errol Spence. Errol Spence, to me, is stronger. He's hungrier, and he's relentless. I get Manny Pacquiao saying to beat these guys that are bigger, he's going to have to use the speed, and that's typically true. But I don't see the speed from Manny Pacquiao anymore, you know what I'm saying? And his last fight was with Keith Thurman. That's been about 2 years now. So it's going to be some ring rust in there, having to lay off, and then Errol Spence just being younger than him. That's the big disadvantage that Manny Pacquiao has right now. But like I said, I got to give Manny Pacquiao his props for even taking this fight. And I do think it's going to be a good fight. But I don't think it's going to be as competitive as the Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao fight was. Manny Pacquiao really doesn't do well with pressure fighters. This is the reason why he lost to Jeff Horn, because Jeff Horn just kept coming. And Manny Pacquiao needs that space to hop in and out. But if that gap is closed, Manny Pacquiao can't really do much. He's not really an inside fighter, he's not the kind of fighter that could stay on the inside and fight. He hops in and out. He likes to time that left hand, you know what I'm saying, and come in. He likes to time the jab from the outside and come in with his left hand. So I don't really see him getting any room with Errol Spence. Errol Spence is going to be able to close the gap, going to be able to cut off the ring. And then with Manny Pacquiao being older, the speed is he's definitely not going to be able to hop in and out of there. So I just think that Errol Spence is going to have this in the bag. This fight is made for Errol Spence to win at this point in time. Maybe back in the day, Manny Pacquiao would have had a chance if he was, more lively, not at this age of, I think he's 42 now, 44, I'm not sure. He's up in there in age, and Errol Spence is at his prime. That's the big difference here. That is the big difference here. Of course, I got Errol Spence. I think Errol Spence is going to end up stopping Manny Pacquiao. I think he's just going to be too much. It's going to be a bad night for Manny Pacquiao, in my opinion. I think very highly of Errol Spence's power, his boxing ability, and his body punching. The body punching that he's going to do to Manny Pacquiao is probably going to be the most that Manny Pacquiao has ever taken in his career. And that's going to really eat out his gas tank, especially with him being older. I keep stressing this about him being older because it is a thing. It is a factor. I'm sure Manny Pacquiao takes care of himself, but like they say, Father Time is unbeatable. You know, you just never know when it's going to hit. You've seen that he was an older fighter against Keith Thurman. To me, back in the day, Manny Pacquiao would have washed somebody like Keith Thurman because of the way Keith Thurman fights. Keith Thurman is not a pressure fighter. He's more of a boxer puncher, you know what I mean? He likes to jump in and out and stuff like that, and he's easier to time. And I think Manny Pacquiao would have done that. But when you have somebody like Errol Spence that's always in your face and always wants to get his punches off first, it's going to be hard to deal with that. That's why rumor has it that Manny Pacquiao didn't want to spar Sean Porter anymore because he said that Sean Porter was too rough. Now, explain to me how you could be too rough sparring when you guys are punching each other in the face. You let me know. But he said that about Sean Porter, and that's why he's never fought Sean Porter. He just can't deal with those type of punchers. Terrence Crawford made easy work of Jeff Horn because he was able to neutralize him coming in, and Manny Pacquiao just can't do that because he can't fight going backwards. He can't fight going backwards, and if you can't fight going backwards with somebody coming towards you, you're going to have a hard time. You're going to find yourself on the inside, and that's not where Manny Pacquiao wants to be at with an Errol Spence. You feel me? I get Manny Pacquiao is a living legend. He's done great things, but this is not going to be his fight because of what Errol Spence brings to the table. Errol Spence can box. Errol Spence has knockout power. Like I said, relentless. That part is what is really going to get Manny Pacquiao. Then he has a motor. You know what I'm saying? He can go from round 1 to 12 throwing punches, and I don't think Manny Pacquiao is going to be able to deal with that. I'm not really sure how long. I don't know. I don't even know why Manny Pacquiao's taking this fight, honestly, because he's done enough. But shit, I'm rooting for Errol Spence, and I hope he fucking demolishes Manny Pacquiao for even taking this fight. Not in a disrespectful way, but just let him know that it's your time now. Errol Spence demolished this fool. But you guys let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you guys for watching. Peace.